Hey guys, yes, it's me. I'm Ashley. I'm here with another speed build today. This time it's just a little room. I decided to go with an ACOTAR Elain inspired bedroom this time. I read those books last year and was really inspired. I thought these doors were very spring court. These are from the Garden Oasis kit, and I thought they were just so pretty with the filigree and everything like that. We did white borders because I feel like Elain, she likes some warmth with the browns, but the white kind of brings in the elegance that she likes. I wanted a light and bright bed, but this Realm of Magic one was beautiful with the roses on top, and I thought that was very Elain, but I think it does end up changing towards the end for something a little bit more light once we get everything else in there. The floorboards are rustic, but they're not too rustic to where it looks like a farmhouse, so those were perfect. Stuck those in there. I went with the wooden end tables. I feel like back in the time period that ACOTAR would be happening, there wouldn't be a lot of modern touches or anything like that. It'd be all wood, kind of medieval, maybe. I go with a rug. I wanted something that was older looking, but still very elegant, so I end up going with the Growing Together rug. It still looks very elegant with the flowers, but it's a little, I think it has tassels on the end, and I thought that was just perfect and fit in. I go through a couple of different ones, take this one away, put it back, but I ultimately end up deciding to use the same rug, just in a different colorway. Put a big fireplace in there. That one's from Vampires, and I love this trick of putting the mirror on top. That one is from Movie Hangout, I believe. And just we're Alt and pressing the 9 key to move it up above the fireplace, and it just looks very grand and pretty. I was having a really hard time figuring out a wallpaper for in here because it needed to be floral or have some sort of detail on it, but I didn't want it to be too busy to take away from everything else that we're going to be putting in here. So I really liked this green, but the orange at the bottom just wasn't going well with the floorboards. Got to put this little end table thing at the end of the bed. I feel like every old Victorian-esque style movie that I've seen, there has been an end table at the end of the bed, and a couple little chairs in front of the fireplace. Got to put a little end table in there too. I think I ended up putting a tea set on there. I thought, of course flowers, but she needed somewhere to sit and drink her tea, so that's what we're doing. I wanted candles. I didn't think it was appropriate to have something that would use electric. Like I said, I feel like this time period would be very medieval, very candles, candelabra, that type of thing. So we put those on the wall. Those are from Vampires. I'm trying to figure out the wallpaper situation again because, again, this one was pretty, but I just did not like the orange on the bottom. So I end up finding this one, and I thought it was perfect. It had a lot of detail, but it wasn't overwhelming. Putting my little mirror back because when I changed the wall, for whatever reason, it decided to delete. Changing up the colors. Getting rid of the subtle saucer lights up at the top. Got to use those for the good lighting. I love the Horse Ranch chandelier, but it sized it down and the flames were floating in the air, so couldn't use that one. The Vampire ones was pretty, but it didn't hang down low enough, and I wanted to have the middle wall height. This one I think is just base game, and they're not actual candles, but it's meant to look like that, so I was like, oh, okay, close enough. And here we are adding my favorite little pothos curtains. They're so cute. I love the one with the pink variegation on it. We got to start adding some plants in here because that's Elaine's whole vibe. This wardrobe is so cute. I love that it's rustic and it has the little flowers on it. It looks a little bit beat up. And here I find the little succulent bench with the potted succulents on it, and I stick that over there because I really love the colors. I wanted something a little bit more colorful down at the bottom. These flowers were just too big, and I didn't really like the size or the shape of the pot that they were in, so I love those little pink flowers. There's the little bench with the succulents. It's so cute. And I put my favorite little potted plant over there. And then over here, I was like, oh, she definitely needs somewhere to dramatically lay down and, cry or do whatever Elain does. So I put one of the chase lounges over here. and some plants around it just to make it look nice and cozy. I end up putting this little pokey one down there. I love that one. The shape of it and the bowl is really cute. And then I put the movie hangout one behind that one. I put this plant in probably every build that I do. I love how you can kind of turn it and have the leaves hang over whatever it is that you're putting it next to. I was trying to squeeze in a candelabra over here, but I was like, that's a little close to those hanging pothos, so let's not cause a fire. Little tiny flower pot down here. And then I try to look for some more plants. I do end up putting this little pink one there. I love that one too. It's one of my other favorite items from that plant kit that I cannot remember the name of. And here I was like, that canopy is kind of taking away from, the drama of all the plants over there. So I put one that's still a little bit elegant, but it is more white and airy. I think I end up changing it to a different white color, but this one was going well. And there's the little tea set for her. I'm sure she gardens all her herbs and makes her own little herbal teas. So I was like, we need some more light. So I put some windows over here. These are also from Vampires. I love that pack. I don't necessarily like the gameplay in it, but the pack has some really, really good stuff. Here I am changing the rug. We end up going with this like pale greeny blue one with the flowers on it. And I thought that was very pretty. I know that this is a room and this part will not download on the gallery, but I was like, I need to have like a background looking out of her room onto a balcony. So that's what I did. It's just something simple. Just pull it out, and I threw a table on there at the end with like 2 plants. So here I'm adding these little vines with the flowers. I thought it was just very pretty, very spring court. Hot opinion here, but I think that she would fit in perfectly at the spring court. And I think Tamlin needs a redemption arc. So that's where I'm at. I added the little pothos over the bed as well. I wanted to put the pink variegated ones over here since I ended up taking them away from the other side of the room. Just adding some little books on her end table, some flowers, of course. And I definitely think she needed a bookcase. So we find the good one, my favorite one with the ladder on it. And we kind of clutter it up here in a little bit. I was trying to put some decorations around the fireplace too. And I'm going through, and I'm like, okay. And I find the vampire book, again, with the vampires. But I was like, she definitely would have some sort of like herbalism book or something here that she reads through when she's gardening. So, and then we just put another plant over here and we scooch over the hanging pothos so it doesn't cut through that. Looks really pretty over there. I love that book stand. And then this picture, I was like, perfect. It kind of reminds me of Nesta a little bit, but I just thought it was really pretty and it took up some space over there. And this tapestry, very spring court in my mind too. So I stick it over there and we put one of those little benches that you can sit on to like change your shoes or something. We put that over there. And I start looking for stuff to put on the bookshelf. So I think I find like a little globe, and these little scrolls were kind of cute too. That urn is very pretty, but I thought it was weird to have an urn in there. And this little measuring thing, I assume you would measure out like herbs or something. I put that over there. And a jewelry box from Crystal Creations because I just thought that was so pretty. And another hanging plant. That one's from the Paranormal Stuff pack. And we pick a door for this side. And we go around to the little balcony. Like I said, I just do something simple out here to have a nice little background in my screenshots. I just stick a table out here with some flowers on it and a couple plants in the background. Nothing crazy. We put it on a little off kilter here because I think that looks more cozy, and for whatever reason catty corner screams cozy to me. And then we're coming into the screenshots here shortly, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.